Imagine, if you could have 10 years of your life back right this moment, what would that mean to you? And what would you do differently? The reality is that time is slipping through our hands every single day just like sand. We get so caught up in the grind and distractions that we forget to take a moment and ask ourselves, are we living a life that we're truly content with? And by the time most of us realize it, it's way too late, unfortunately. Time is our most valuable asset because it's finite, and once it's gone, it can never come back. And no amount of money in the world can buy even a second of it again. We often don't like to think about it much, but one day we are all going to die. And right before then, chances are we will not be thinking about materialistic things such as how wealthy we were, or how many followers we had on social media, or even our status in society, because at that point it will all be meaningless. In fact, we would be wishing that we were much more intentional with our time by spending it with the people we cared about and making great memories, or even experiencing more of what the world had to offer. And most of all, we probably will be thinking about if we achieved our dreams or not. I want you to take this analogy. Imagine your life is like a massive bank account, and every single day you are given $86,400 to spend on anything that you want. But the caveat is at midnight, any bit of money that you didn't spend will be taken away from you. And life is exactly the same, because every single day you are given 86,400 seconds, which if you don't spend will be gone forever. Essentially, the time not spent is time wasted, so we should really make a conscious effort to spend time on the things that really matter to us and make our life worth living. Recently, I've been reminiscing a lot about my own life, because my regrets stem right back from when I was growing up. It was about 10 years ago now, in 2014, where I was under the illusion I was living the best time of my life. I had absolute freedom to do whatever I wanted. I had no responsibilities or pressures to worry about because my family was taking care of them for me. And however, that just meant that I never appreciated the value of the time that I had been given. I took it for granted so badly, and I was wasting my time I didn't even realize it. And you could say that my bank account had a history of bad transactions, because I'd be spending hours on video games and procrastinating, and I never built any life skills or gave myself a chance to learn more about myself. Fast forward to today, I am now unemployed, which has destroyed my mental health and my confidence, and at times I even question my direction in life and just feel so lost. Many of you might be in a similar position to what I was like when I was 16, where you feel no urgency. You're living life on autopilot and assuming that things will remain like this. But the truth is, tomorrow isn't guaranteed. And the issue is that we aren't making the most of the present moment and taking advantage of the opportunities gifted to us right now. When I look back at my younger years, it does hurt. However, I'm not the only one. I'm sure many of us feel the same way. And if you haven't, then be glad, because you wouldn't want to live with that regret. However, I do believe that unemployment has made me realize a few things. Ones that if I had known beforehand would have changed my life for the better. Invest in yourself. Spend time learning new skills, because it will grow your mind. And every time you take a small step towards self-improvement, it will compound over time. And as you continue to get better with the skill, you will open up more opportunities for yourself. While you are focusing on investing in yourself, I want you to take care of your emotional, physical and mental well-being, because it is so important and often neglected, and without that you really won't succeed in life. When you invest in yourself every single day, you're giving yourself a chance to improve, and it's that mindset that will help set you up for a bright future. Cherish time with your family. When was the last time you called your parents or your siblings to ask them how they were doing or spent time with them? It's very easy to get caught up in our busy work life that we end up forgetting about the people who are close to us. They won't be around forever, so we should do as much effort as we can to spend as much time with them as possible, which in turn will lead to many great memories, and it will show that you really care about them, which will strengthen the relationship that you have between each other. And also remember, time spent with family is not wasted, so have as much enjoyment with them before it's too late. And finally, don't wait, just make a start. We often get embroiled in waiting for the perfect moment before we take action for anything, but chances are that perfect moment that we're waiting for will never show up, and we'll end up wasting our time in the process. Starting when we are underprepared, or starting when we feel that the success may not be certain, is much better than waiting, because it shows our commitment to progression and growth. And I do understand that starting can be uncomfortable and tough, because I have been in many situations like that in my own life. But understand that progress can only happen when you make the small steps and not waiting until everything feels like it's ready. If you want to build a life that you're truly happy with, it will take a lot of hard work and effort, and this cannot be avoided. At this point, I want you to make a conscious effort to be present in the moment and start appreciating the value of the time that you have right now. If there are any priorities that you have that need immediate attention, start right now. Don't delay anything, and don't waste any more time. It's the small steps and habits that you implement every single day that will take you very far. And also remember that it's not only about the finishing line, but how much you grow throughout the process and the happiness that you find in trying to achieve those goals. How you manage your time is totally your responsibility, and the last thing I want for you to feel is regret because you wasted that time. So manage it, because no one is going to do that for you. I want you to build a life that you're so happy with, so that when you look back, you are thankful that you experienced it.